Hey, this is Victoria. Welcome to my channel, and for those of you who might be following me already, welcome back. I'm happy to see you again. Today I'm bringing you an update of my low-buy year. Today is the 1st of February, so we are going to sum up the happenings of the month January 2022 of my low-buy year. What I have spent money on, did I keep my budget, did I keep my promises and the goals that I have set for myself. If you haven't seen the original video where I explain why I'm doing a low buy and what are the rules that I have implemented for myself, I am going to link that up here. You can watch that first before you watch the check-in, because obviously the check-in is going to refer back to that video and to the categories that I have set up there. Without further ado, I am going to jump into the content of this video. If you remember from the low buy 2022 introduction video, I have 8 categories in which I am trying to not spend or spend less than in the previous years. I'm gonna go through all 8 categories today and during this check-in and tell you how I did in each of these individual budget categories. I have my notes in front of me, that's why I'm peeking down sometimes, so that you know why I'm doing that. So as for my grocery budget, which I have set 200 euros per month for my groceries, in January I did very well. In this month I have spent 177 euros out of my 200 euro budget. I have actually had one full week when I did not spend any money on groceries or items purchased in a supermarket. And I actually documented this week. I uploaded a pantry, freezer, clean out, fridge clean out challenge. I am going to link it up here and also down below, so that you can also watch that video after you finish this one. So I completed that, and in the leftover couple of weeks of the month, I have spent 177 euros. Some of the grocery hauls you can actually see on my channel, so feel free to look them up. I did some discount grocery shopping. I did also a bulk store haul on the channel in January, so you can look them up. But basically I did very well. This month I also completed a dry January challenge, so I was not drinking any alcohol in the whole month of January. And as I mentioned, or as I explained in my introductory video, my grocery budget does not only include groceries, but everything that I would purchase in a supermarket, which includes alcohol, as well as some other household items like toilet paper or kitchen paper towels. So in this month, however, since I was doing a dry January, I didn't purchase any alcohol in the supermarket, and the plan for February is to still not purchase any alcohol, because I have still a good stack of different types of alcohol in my apartment. So before I am going to purchase a new bottle of anything, I am trying to use up what I have. So February is still gonna be a no spend on alcohol, hopefully, and I'm gonna try to stick to the 200 euros budget. Now I have a bit of a rollover, or a little bit over 20 euros from January, which I can use up also in February, or roll it over to the next month after that if I'm not using it in February. The second low spend category that I have set for myself is gifts, especially birthday gifts or any other holiday that you may think of when people tend to give presents to each other, or just random presents to other people. So in January I didn't spend any money on gifts. In February I have 3 birthdays coming up of my friends and family. For 2 of them I already have their presents. I purchased it in December. As I mentioned, for my mom we got a laptop for Christmas and birthday combined, and for another friend I already found the suitable present. However, I still have to purchase one gift for a birthday in February, and I will have to stick to the budget. So I had a 30 euro budget for gifts per month, so all the 30 euros from January I'm gonna roll over to February, and then I added another 30, so now I have 60 euros to spare on gifts. But I probably won't spend all that in February, and then I'm just gonna continue bringing it over to the next month. The third category is clothing and accessories. In this category, I actually am doing a no-buy with two exceptions. One exception is a gym bra, and the second exception is a backpack, an everyday backpack. So I still didn't purchase an everyday backpack. Well, eventually it will happen. And as for the gym bra, I actually went to a sports store and I purchased the gym bra for around 30 euros. If you have watched my last video of the Penny and Edson store comparison of prices, I have mentioned that I had an issue in the supermarket when I checked the receipt. It actually showed that I purchased something twice, that I actually only bought once, and then I went back to the cashier and say, sorry, but I only have one of these items, can you please give the money back? And I received the money back. So basically the same thing happened to me when I purchased the gym bra, because the tag on the gym bra had a different price than their system in the store. So at first they made me pay 3 euros more for the gym bra, and eventually I saw that it's not the correct price, and then they gave me the 3 euros back, because the law is that they cannot make you pay more than what is written on the tag or on the product as price. So if I wasn't paying attention, then I would have lost some couple of euros on this kind of things, this just in January. And if every month is like this, then it adds up. I would like to mention here that in the clothing and accessories category, you may have not yet seen it, but I have a decluttering series. I decluttered my full wardrobe. I can link the series up here as well for you and down there. And from those things that I decluttered back then, I sold a couple of items in January, and I made a little bit over 30 euros from these sales. I would like to continue to promote the items on Facebook Marketplace and also on Willhaben, which is the Austrian Poshmark or Depop site. For those of you who are in Vienna, I'm gonna actually link my Willhaben below, so that you can check what I have to sell, and if there's anything that you might be interested in, then you can go there and check it out. But yes, I would like to continue selling stuff on these platforms. I'm also using Vinted. However, I had an issue with Vinted because they changed some of their privacy policy and I couldn't log back in, so I have to fix that before I will be able to sell things. But yeah, so far it's not going very fast with the selling of stuff, and I might eventually just get bored of storing these items that I don't need and not able to sell, and then eventually I will bring them to a donation place, maybe to a charity shop or something similar. The fourth category, in which I am having a low buy, or for which I have set a lower budget than last year, is cosmetics and skincare, which includes from soap to mascara, so any makeup, any skincare, any hygiene items. It also includes actually period products. So I didn't mention it in the introduction video. It somehow skipped my mind at that video, that in the period product category, I am actually doing a no-buy. My plan is, or my goal is, to not purchase any period products this year. And the reason for it, or why I can do this, is that I'm actually using reusable pads, and I'm using a menstrual cup since a couple of years now. But in between, I always gravitated to using more traditional products like tampons and not reusable pads in between, sometimes depending on, you know, whether or not I was maybe traveling or working in a stressful situation, or I was at home. So at home it's obviously easier to stick to not using these one-time use products rather than the reusable ones. But when someone is traveling, it's just maybe safer and more comfortable to gravitate towards the one-time use only products such as tampons. But this year my goal is to not purchase any non-reusable period products. January was a simple month, it was an easy month. I was mostly back home, and the reusable products that I have were functioning very well. So this month was good, and I actually still have some leftover one-time use products from last year. So we'll see if I can actually stick to 12 months of not spending any money on my period or not. But so far so good. In general, in this category, my budget is 30 euros per month in the skincare, makeup, hygiene product category. And this month of January 2022, I spent 5.49 euros. I purchased a sunscreen because I went discount grocery store shopping, and this sunscreen was on sale for half price. And this is the sunscreen that I purchased since a couple of years, repurchase it. So this is the one that I use, I know, and my skin can handle it. So I decided that it makes sense for me to purchase it, because anyway in a couple of months I would have to purchase it for the summer. Now I just have it in advance. And other than that, I didn't spend any money in this category, so I'm gonna roll it over to February. But now I have already run out of a few things, actually probably just one thing I already completely ran out of, and there are some other things like soap that I am shortly going to run out of. So I'm planning a trip to one of these drogery stores where I can buy a few things, but I'm hoping to be within the 30 euro budget for February, and then keep the 30 euros from January or 24.61 51, sorry. The fifth category in which I'm doing a no spend year is books. So in the book category, I have a 5 euro budget for the category of books, movies, series, cinema. So this includes if I want to purchase anything on Amazon Prime to watch, or if I want to go to the cinema, or if I would like to purchase a book, for which I said to myself that I can only purchase second-hand books, but we'll see. At the moment, we are doing well. This month I did not spend any money on books or in this category whatsoever. So I'm gonna roll over that 5 euros. I have purchased one new audiobook with a credit that I had already from last year. As I mentioned in my previous video, I purchased an annual subscription for Audible in December, and I still have, after spending one credit in January, I still have 14 credits for the upcoming year, so I believe I will not need to purchase any extra credits for any extra money on Audible. I will be able to just use up the credits that I have currently. So I finished one book in January, and I purchased one new one on Audible, and I'm reading one hard copy book, which is quite a long one. So I'm hoping to finish it maybe this week, and then I will start a new one from my bookshelf. I do have, however, one new book move in with me. I went to the community college, which is just next to my place here in Vienna, where they have an open bookshelf where you can bring books and take for free. I brought 2 books there, and I took one Hemingway book because I have never read any Hemingway books and I would like to try to read one. It is in German, so let's see how will that go, but it should be okay. The 6th category in which I'm doing a no-buy is technology items. In this category, I didn't spend any money in January, and hopefully it will continue like this in the next month. There are a couple of things on my list that I'm thinking of buying, but so far there is no decision on whether or not I'm gonna purchase those items, so far no spend. Category number 7 is supplies, for example cleaning products or kitchen utensils. In this category I also did not spend anything. The only thing that I had on my list to purchase in this category was citric acid for cleaning, for making my own cleaning solutions. However, the bag store in which I was doing the bag haul did not have or ran out of citric acid, so I was not able to purchase. So that's something that I still that it is still on my wish list or to buy list. By the way, just as a quick note, in this category, most of the cleaning products that I use or that I make from products that I purchase with my grocery budget, like vinegar or lemon or tap water, which of course I pay my bill for water, which is obviously not on the low buy or no buy list for me. So this is why I can keep this budget very low. Basically, in January I did not spend anything, and in February I might purchase a couple of things which are most likely for cleaning purposes. The eighth category, where I don't want to spend or I lowered my budget and I wish to have a low buy year, is furniture and home decor, in which category I also didn't spend anything in January. There is still one pending thing, which is the entryway wardrobe, the apartment in Hungary that I share with my mom when I visit, that I'm supposed to purchase. That is still pending. We are still looking for the person who's gonna build it, whether it's gonna be my cousin or another acquaintance of ours. Unfortunately, they are all very busy. The carpenters in Hungary, I believe it must be the same in many countries. People, skilled workers like carpenters, electricians, house builders, stuff like that, they are hard to find. They are expensive to work with because there are not so many of them, and it's a bit difficult to coordinate time-wise and everything, so that's still pending, and unfortunately the prices are going up continuously, so I don't know how much that's gonna cost. So those were the categories. January went very well. When it comes to no buy, I could keep all the goals. I was following all the rules that I have set for myself. There was one big purchase, however, overall in January that I have spent a bigger sum of money, and this is a pair of skis. So I live in Austria. Austria is very famous for its ski resorts, and although I live in Vienna, which is not surrounded by mountains and the closest ski resort is an hour away, I have been planning to purchase a pair of skis for a couple of years now. I actually have all the equipment. I also had skis, but they were old and a bit too long for me. So eventually I already have set up a sinking fund last year for the skis. I already put the money away for it last year. I actually had a budget of 400 euros for it, and eventually this January I went to a sports store and they had some sales, so I purchased the pair of skis together with the service and insurance for less than the 400 euro budget. So now I'm gonna reallocate the leftover money for another sinking fund of mine, probably the one that I mentioned in the introduction video, which is Vitamix blender that I would like to purchase eventually. So it was a big purchase, but I already had the money for it, and actually I spent less than what was planned originally, so I'm glad. And now I can go skiing. I already been once, and we are planning a ski trip in February. So in February I'm planning to continue with my low spend, no spend in these categories. And what I didn't mention in my introduction video, that rather than spending money on items or on these things where I'm doing the low buy, I would like to spend on experiences and trips and travels, in which obviously in the past 2 years everyone was doing a low buy or no buy on trips. So this year hopefully I can go on a couple of trips, longer and shorter, starting with a ski trip in February. So that will be something that I will spend a little bit more money on. Anyhow, that was my January check-in of my low buy. Thank you for watching. I hope it was interesting, and if you have any comments or questions, feel free to drop a comment down below. Otherwise, please subscribe to the channel to follow me on my journey, on my low buy journey, and also check out my other videos. Hit the like button if you like this video, and I'm hoping to see you at my next video. Until then, goodbye!